What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of X to the Z, two generations of hip hop heads. I am Haas Funk, the Trunk Master,
And I am Prince Ferg,
and we are the
the
Rapaholics.
Rapaholics.
All right, if you haven't checked out our first episode, do that first so you can hear our explanation of the premise of this show. Now, let's get it on.
Let's get it. All
All
right.
right, before we begin, Ferg, as a follow-up to our first episode, have you since checked out any more of Public Enemy's music?
I haven't yet. Um, but on my list though, I do have what's the album called? It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna check that one out for sure. That's gonna be my next listen.
Yeah.
But yeah, not yet. I haven't listened to anything else yet.
Okay. Fair enough. Give it some time.
Yeah.
All right. So my album recommendation for you, Ferg, for this episode was Digital Underground's Sex Packets, their
Yes,
debut
sir.
album, which was the reason I became a hip hop head. Now, I said on the first episode that Public Enemy was also a big reason why I got into hip hop, but it was Digital Underground that really made me a convert.
Nice,
I'll talk a little
nice.
more later, but for now, Sex Packets, released in 1990, their debut album. Ferg, what did you think of Sex Packets?
So overall, great album. Digital Underground, I've always wanted to dive deeper into their music. I never really have. I know with the Humpty Dance, that's one of my favorite hip hop songs. Yeah, it's awesome shirt. Yeah, one of my favorite hip hop songs from that generation for sure. So I still listen to that to this day. Do What You Like as well. I think that's what it's called, Do What You Like. That's a good one as well. That's been on my playlist for a while. But yeah, everything else on the album was completely new to me. So yeah, the way we swing and rhyming on the funk, the first couple songs, thought they were both chill, but just a little too slow for my liking, and just I thought the rhymes and flows were a little simple. So yeah, nothing crazy um that stood out to me for those tracks. But then when we got to Underwater Rhymes remix, it was overall great flow and rhymes, fun beat. I like the scratching. And yeah, also the outro was really funny too.
MC Blowfish, too.
MC Blowfish, yeah. So yeah, that was hilarious. Um, the Danger Zone wasn't really a fan. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't really my cup of tea. And yeah, then started to get a lot better from there, like Freaks of the Industry. Really like that one. I
Hmm.
like the ABCD rhyme part, that little bar, and
Fancy
then
D, all of the above.
yeah, right. And the piano riff at the end too, that was solid. I really like that. And then Sex Packets, the actual song. I love the short instrumental R&B intro.
Hmm.
I feel like that could have been longer. That was really good. I was into that. And yeah, it's good overall good vocals and a nice R&B song. It was like a little bit of a twist from what they normally do compared to the rest of the album. Like it definitely, was in its own category compared to the other songs. Like it's not really a type of song I ever would have expected for them to do, right? Like that kind of laid back melodic sound, but they pulled it off really well though. Like I enjoyed it as an R&B fan too.
Yeah.
Um, and then Pack It Man, that was funny, good storytelling, and yeah, just overall dope song, dope beat. I really like the brass instruments. It's for a nice touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, Packet Repris at the end. That was
Uh-huh.
like just a short instrumental, but I thought it was really fire.
Yeah.
And then my two favorite songs from the album would be Gutfest '89
Yep.
and Freaks of the Industry.
Okay.
So I already talked about Freaks in the Industry, but Gutfest '89, I thought the chorus was super catchy. And I liked the back and forth on the verse between Money B and Shock G. I think it was on the second verse, I believe. Yeah.
So you enjoyed the more sexual and erotic songs.
I mean, I never really put it like that, but yeah, I guess so. I guess so,
Well,
yeah.
a lot of the albums like that. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there was like three or four songs all towards the end that all had the word packet in it. I
yeah.
noticed that. That was funny.
Oh,
Um, but
mm,
yeah, like besides Humpty Dance and Do What You Like, those are already really good songs. If I had
yeah.
to, choose my two favorites between what was fresh for me this listen was definitely Gutfest '89, Freaks of the Industry.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but the original cassette had two or three more songs on it than the CD does.
Really?
So
Okay.
yeah, I believe it is probably because the cassette can hold more music than a CD.
Mm,
There might be other reasons, but if you have the CD, it's like it seems kind of short. And if
mm.
you look at the tape, there's like at least two or maybe a third extra song. One of them was like a B-side of the Duet You Like single. It's called Hip Hop Doll, and it was like
Okay.
amazing, amazing song.
Wow.
I wish it was on the CD.
Hmm.
There's another called Sound of the Underground, which is okay. It's a really different sound, and I think it was the other rapper Money B. I think it was his own like solo track,
Yeah.
right? However, there is a re-release. I just found this out recently of Sex Packets, like a 35th anniversary edition that came out last year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Has
Yeah.
all the bonus tracks, all those extra
Oh,
tracks, except Hip Hop Doll, which I can't believe they left that off.
wow. Okay. I don't
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know if that's the one I listened to. It might have been.
it's even got
Um,
an original of Gutfest because this is an edited version of Gutfest, so it's got like a longer version of it.
okay.
Yeah,
Wow. I'll have to check
so
that out
I gotta
then.
try to find a copy of that if I can.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
Do you have a rating?
I think for this album, I'm gonna go slightly lower than the last album, Fear of a Black Planet.
Mhm.
Like with Humpty Dance and Do What You Like, I'd say like I like those songs better than any other song on the Public Enemy album.
Okay.
However, I feel like the Public Enemy album has a higher concentration of songs that I enjoy compared
Mm.
to Sex Packets. I feel like there
Okay.
was a little more critiques I had with this album overall. So just for that case, I'm gonna put them close by. I'm gonna say probably a 3.2, maybe 3.2, 3.3 for this album
Yeah, fair enough.
as a whole. But if you single out some of the songs, like there's definitely a lot of tens. Yeah.
Nice. I wanted to tell you just a quick history of my of me and Digital Underground.
All right.
So like the first time I heard DU, I was watching Rap City on Much Music with my
Mm,
homie, and the video for Do What You Like came on. Never heard of this group before, but the song was like it was so unique. It was unlike any other hip hop I had ever heard up until that point. Um, there wasn't like dudes like screaming or acting hard over loud guitars, and it
mm,
wasn't like gangster, but it was like fun.
yeah.
Like, watching the video, it was like cool, erotic, zany, hilarious, and it was totally original. All
Yeah,
right.
for
The
sure.
beat was unique and catchy. It had like this awesome scratching at the beginning.
Mm,
Um, and then there's this rapper with a fake nose and weird clothes. And like everyone's just partying and having fun. And it was just like, this is awesome. Like I want to be a part
yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
Um, and there's a piano solo right in the middle of the song too. And I love that piano solo.
Mm.
So I became an instant fan when I heard that song and I actually went out and bought the single. And that was like my first record.
Oh, nice.
I got
Wow.
on vinyl, right? And
Whoa.
so, and then a few weeks later, same friend calls me. I miss Rap City. He calls me and he's like, "There's another DU song called the Humpty Dance." And I'm like, "What?" And so he went out and he got the Humpty Dance single. All right. So we were listening to those singles for like a few months, waiting for the album to come out, right?
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And like the album came out and it's like Sex Pack. It's like built around this concept
Yeah.
uh, that they invented called sex packets, which is like you take a pill and you basically have sex dreams.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? It's great. And I'm like, 9 years old listening to this, right?
Oh, that's
But
hilarious.
it was just like it was incredibly creative and unique, and the music was awesome, like on so many levels.
Yeah.
Um, like some of the songs you mentioned, like The Way We Swing, that was actually one of my favorite songs. I think it kind of drags on a bit, it is long, but I just
Mm.
loved like the beat.
Mm.
Um, but then like all their subsequent albums, they each album is as a concept album built around something they invented,
It's its own
right?
world, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just so amazing. Like there's no other group like that, as
Yeah.
far as I know. Like definitely in hip hop. And like a lot of their influence comes from like George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic,
Mm.
which had a lot of like they sampled a lot, but
Yeah.
also a lot of the kind of themes and like just the ideas they came with
Mm.
very Funkadelic like, right?
Yeah.
They're almost like a continuation of that,
Mm.
and it's cool because they actually collaborated with George Clinton on their one of their albums too.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, but like it's just they're like this album I think is really underrated and slept on especially for a debut album,
Mm.
and also considering like everyone knows the Humpty Dance,
Right.
right? But like this album never really comes up in conversations of classic albums. And I think for
Yeah.
me, like its influence on me, it's definitely up there in terms of a classic album. I
Mm.
know not every song is like really aged well, like 35 years later. Some of it does sound kind of dated, but a lot of the songs I think I still listen to regularly,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I think them as
Yeah,
a
man. So that's my 2 cents or 2 yen. But Sex Packets.
yeah, I think
Uh,
that their whole group as a whole is very underrated just in general, you know. I
for
feel like they should
sure.
have been bigger than what they were, but yeah. Yeah, solid body of work for sure.
Yeah, anything else before you set up your pick for me?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's all the thoughts I had, yeah.
All right. Well, big up to Digital Underground. Rest in peace to Shock G,
Yeah,
the brain
RIP.
behind this group.
Yeah.
Died a few years ago. It's such a tragedy.
Hmm.
But yeah, legacy lives on. The other members who are still around doing stuff. They got Young Hump. He's kind of a guy who's taken over the character of Humpty.
Was he
So
the his son?
no, I don't know how he's related to them or not, but or what, but yeah, he's kind of like I think they do shows with him and stuff now.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Keeping the legacy alive.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
All right, so my pick is the new Toronto 3 by Tory Lanez. So I don't know how long I've been listening to him, maybe since around COVID, like 2020, 2019, when I started really doing a deep dive into his catalog. It was around the time where I was really getting into, Toronto rap and the local scene. So he grew up in Brampton. I think he grew up in Brampton, then lived in Toronto for a while. I think he also was back and forth from the U.S. as well. I think his dad's like a traveling priest, which is interesting. So he just kind of lived all over, and you can feel like you can hear that in his music. He's got lots of influences. Um, but yeah, so this is the third installment, obviously, of his new Toronto series. And so the first two weren't even released on streaming platforms or anything. It was just mixtapes really before he got big. It was just like on I don't even know what website, but it was just online for free download. And then so the new Toronto 3 was the first one in the series that got put on streaming platforms. So yeah, that came out I think 2020 and yeah, the whole overall theme of the new Toronto series, I think it's that kind of like almost dark, like urban, like city sound, late night sound, Toronto kind of vibes.
Cool. Yeah, I read a little bit about his history after listening to the album just to find out who he was because I figure he's from Toronto, but I had never heard of him.
Mm.
So I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know what he looked like. Um, so so my impressions, first of all, my first question is this hip hop or is this like a subgenre? Like do they have another word for this, like melodic rap or singing or something? Because that's it seems like what I read about him, he's more of a singer.
So
So,
yeah, yeah, he's pretty diverse. Like he does like he'll do dance hall too, but yeah, he's mainly known for R&B and hip hop. So
mm,
his R&B is actually really really popular. He did an 80s like 80s R&B themed album recently, a couple years ago, which did amazing. Probably did bigger than any of his other hip hop albums, but traditionally he's a lyricist. Kind of got into singing later, but he's known really well for both.
right. Okay. Well, I'll just say first, straight off the bat, like that kind of melodic rap, whatever it is, singing,
Hmm.
um, I can probably get with it if it wasn't auto-tuned.
Hmm.
Like I said in the last episode, I cannot stand, I can't listen to the auto-tune stuff. Like it just doesn't appeal to me, and I don't know, I don't like the sound. Um, and so I just found a lot of these songs on this album had that auto-tuney singing.
Really?
And yeah, and so I don't want to take away or say anything about like the artist in terms of their talent. Like I did think do think he's talented. Like I found
Mm.
he could flow well. Like whatever he's doing, he does seems to do it well. I
Hmm.
just don't know why artists need that auto tune. Like, do they need it or do they just want it use it because it's popular? Or like I don't know. But for me, like I just can't get with that sound. So um I could probably appreciate it more without that, but since it is most of that it's kind of up and down auto-tuney sound, like I
Yeah,
couldn't really listen to it.
fair
Um
enough.
so I do some of the pros for this album. He definitely has a good flow when he's singing or rapping, and he changes it up a lot. Like I did
Hmm.
find there's a lot more variation on this album, which was good. It was cool.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of emotion through his in his vocals, and like as that's an artist right there. He's putting out his emotions through his art, and so I
Hmm.
can appreciate that. Um, However, I feel like a lot of it's very dark and depressing. So,
Yeah, fair
so
enough.
it's
Yeah.
like you're saying it's kind of that urban sound or whatever. I don't know if that's a thing that Toronto is famous for, but um, I just found like a lot of the songs had a very similar vibe, and it was kind of like I said, a little bit depressing.
Hmm.
Um, so some cons or negatives, like I find some of the lyrics are kind of one-dimensional. There weren't as many clever lines as I would have hoped.
Okay.
Um, a lot of like crude kind of lines and like just rhyming bitch over and over. They're not even rhyming, just saying bitch every line. And I'm like, come on. NWA did that in 1988. This is like almost 40 years later. Like, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, I just found like he needed some more topics to sing about or rap about.
Fair enough.
A lot of the songs had again the same kind of mood, and there were almost no hooks. Like
Yeah,
a lot of the songs are just like one long verse or like maybe two long with some singing between it.
yeah,
And yeah, I'm all for like changing up the format sometimes, but not in like a whole album.
fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like I think like there's a format for a reason because it's appealing, but you can have a different song here and there. I think it's good,
Hmm.
but a whole song of just one long verse, no hooks, nothing really as catchy. I don't know. It just didn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, fair
Um,
enough.
yeah, as far as the beats go, I like a lot of them had that kind of trappy sound as well. Like they mostly sounded very similar to me. Um, yeah, most of my notes here for each song are like, yeah, either there was annoying auto tune or the beat was kind of trappy. Uh,
Mm.
what was that one? There's a song called "Broken a Minute." I
Yeah,
said there's a nice consistent flow.
yeah.
Um,
That's one of my favorites.
yeah, but I wasn't really feeling the song overall. There's only one long verse and maybe a hook at the end. Song 10 fucks. Um, and there's some auto tune in it, but some of the lyrics are funny. because it was like
Okay.
overall like a serious vibe to it, but it had like these funny lyrics. So it
Right.
was just
Okay.
kind of a funny juxtaposition there.
Yeah.
Pain had an interesting, unique flow. Um, the Adidas one, I think it started off promising.
Mm.
Beat wasn't bad, but the rhyming or and singing was kind of offbeat, it felt. But I thought they would talk more about Adidas shoes, and then it didn't really. It started at the beginning, but not the rest of the song.
Fair enough.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I think that one of the best song, or at least my favorite out of this from this album, was "Letter to the City" too. I
Okay.
think it had a really good piano loop in it, loop or
Hmm.
whatever it was. But it could have used a better drum beat, like a good drum beat in it, just to
Okay.
make the beat a little bouncier.
Hmm.
Uh, his voice was good on this. It sounded a lot better, had a good flow, better lyrical content. But I wrote that there's no hook, so like
Hmm.
again, like it could have been a better song, but overall, I think that was the best one that most appealed to me.
Okay.
A lot of my other notes are either talking about it's a little too trappy for me or auto tune, too much auto tune for me.
Fair
Uh,
enough. Fair enough.
like for something like this to appeal to me, like there's just got to be less or no trappiness, if that's a word. Uh, and just turn off the auto tune, like sing, man. Like if you have decent voice, I read that he has a good voice, like so I don't know
Hmm.
why he's got to do the auto tune.
Hmm.
Um, And so, yeah, I mean, like, I think I could probably get with something like this in a certain mood, right? It is if it has a mood to it, there's like a time and place for it.
Right.
But I think most of the time these days, I'm just looking to bump something fun in the car.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
yeah, you know. Um, so for me, like my rating for this is like about 2.5.
Okay.
Uh, I think he's talented. And I'm sure like it appeals to a lot of people who like this kind of the mu music, and that's great. Good for him. I wish him luck, but
Yeah.
it's just not. Yeah, not wasn't for me.
That's
So
fair.
yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to hear what else he has to, what other music he's recorded.
Hmm.
I would check it out. Just like Puya, I would check out his stuff too. Uh,
Yeah.
so sometimes an album is like it can be very different from another album, and
Hmm.
artists grow and change. So.
Definitely. Yeah. What was like, would you say is the main songs that you said had lots of auto tune? Just out of curiosity.
Uh, Pricey and spicy. I thought it was a good flow. Beat was okay. I just wrote annoying autotune. Um, Coldest Playboy, annoying voice and intonation. Um, 10 fucks, annoying. Autotune singing a little annoying. Uh, Pain as well. Who Needs Love? It's different flow, but
Yeah.
I'm not really into the melodic as
Fair enough.
much. Um, yeah, that's about. Yeah, Back in Business.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
At least like a good half of the songs I wrote the same thing for, but yeah.
Yeah. Back in business. That's when he does his super low, deep voice with like the super big echo, right? This lots of reverb and stuff.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's like one of his styles. He'll do like a super low voice and just put a whole ton of reverb on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I do like that he mixed up his flows and vocal tones and stuff.
Mm.
It's good. I respect that.
What were your notes on Do the Most,
Do the most. Hold on a second.
if you have any?
Do the most trappy. The voice and the hook is good. Should use that more. Oh yeah, I remember that one. So I liked his voice. I think is like the hook is just kind of normal. And
Yeah.
we could use that more.
Yeah,
So
that's a catchy one.
yeah.
No, what about Dope Boys or no, Stupid Again?
Too trappy. Don't care for the flow over those kind of beats. That's all I wrote.
Okay.
Don't remember much else.
Yeah, that one's like that beat's like very like I guess the word is epic, like epic sound and like they like kind of dark orchestra almost. It's
Mm,
interesting.
yeah.
And then yeah, then just because I know one of my buddies is this is his favorite song, I'm pretty sure on the album. What was your notes on Dope Boy's Diary?
Um, Trappy, but sounds okay. He keeps running bitch over and over. No real hook, just long verses. Those were my notes. Yeah, I think that was the one I was just like, you don't have to say bitch all the time, right?
Repetitive. Yeah,
Just
yeah. Yeah, I noticed that too because I listened to it before I
I,
gave
I,
the recommendation. I noticed that too. It's like, damn, he does say that a lot, eh?
I'm not offended by it or anything. It's just like I just find that not creative.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, diversify your vocabulary a bit, right? Yeah, I understand that for sure.
I mean, I don't know if we quite bridged that gap this time, but maybe a
Almost.
little bit.
Yeah,
I think we can at least understand a little bit more, right? So like,
right.
I this is my first time hearing this kind of newer age hip hop rap, singing rap, whatever it is, and trying to understand the appeal of it. So I can understand some of it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Again, it's not maybe not for me. I'm very picky with the type of hip hop I like. So maybe we haven't bridged that gap as much. But I don't know, for you, like, do you understand the appeal of Sex Packets? Like, even though it's like 36 years old. Um,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a really good album for sure. Like overall, like I said, great beats, great flows and rhymes, and they have a very unique energy to them.
Mm,
So I definitely get the appeal. Anyone who brings something new to the table, I can appreciate and understand the hype, right? So,
yeah.
and I already love the Humpty Dance, so yeah, I can get down with it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think like listening to Digital Underground and Public Enemy early on in my life, like those being some of the earliest groups I liked, they set the bar really high for me for like
Mm.
liking artists or like at least like expecting like a level of creativity and artistry and music.